Action.
Yeah, what up? This JJP, South Shore Stuff, Jojo Pellegrino, Staten Island's own, man. You watching Shaoliiin Entertainment. Make sure you stay tuned.
Jojo Pellegrino, welcome to Shaoliiin.
Thanks for having me, man. I had to do. I feel good, man. I feel good, man. I'm glad to be here with you, man.
And I'm glad to be here with you.
I mean, I don't like doing this type of stuff, but you are inspirational and you are up and coming legend. That's why we're here building like this.
I'm not here for what's for you. You're gonna stop with this humility. Today is about you. I appreciate you.
Thank you. And I appreciate that too, bro. Yeah.
Let's get right into it.
Let's get into it.
There's a lot of people who know about the legend that you are, but my platform serves as the bridge between the new school and the old school. So for those who may have never heard of you, let them know who you are.
Man, I'm Jojo Pellegrino, artist from Staten Island, New York. Been doing this hip-hop thing my whole life. Been spitting my whole life. Independent artist now. You know, I ran in some of the most elite circles. I ran in some of the most dangerous circles. I've been to heaven, I've been to hell, all that, man. And one thing that don't change is I keep on going, bro.
All right.
Keep on going.
So what do you say the biggest lesson you learned coming up at Shaoliiin is?
The biggest lesson I learned coming up at Shaoliiin is to be open-minded. You know, be kind to people. You know, Staten Island's a place where everybody was very segregated. And at one time when I was coming up, it was for real. So when I started marching around in Stapleton, it was very, very different. And when people would come to my neighborhood, it was very, very different.
Paradise slums.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a slum yet. You know what I mean? It was just paradise at the point. You know what I mean? You know, now it's getting kind of slummy. You know, the kids out there got, you know, they're dealing with all the same problems that kids are dealing with. Some of the roughest neighborhoods, the addiction, the drugs, you know, all this other crazy stuff, the violence, all that. You know, the broken family, all that shit. Family was a big thing where I came from. So, and it still is, but you see a lot more broken families and a lot more unguided children making some pretty crazy mistakes, you know.
You came a long way from that silver two-door hoop that you used to ride back in the day.
Yes, I did. Oh, you talking about the no, that was a Nissan 200 SX. Yeah. That was the one me and Shyheim smacked up on Bay Street. That was funny.
How'd you get into a car accident?
I don't even know, man. Shout out my brother Shyheim, but you know, we were just moving around, you know, and you know, I crashed into something in Rosebank. And I remember Shyheim looked back and he was like, he was like, he said, I'm suing you, Joey. Of course he didn't, but you know, shout out my brother Shyheim, you know what I mean? Yeah.
All right.
That thing had two 15-inch woofers in the back, though.
All right, we gotta get into that. Yeah. But the question that I always ask traditionally, why does Staten Island get so much hate?
Staten Island gets so much hate because they jealous of us, man.
You think so?
I know so, man.
Okay.
I know so. They jealous of us, man. We got to, listen, man. First and foremost, there's two different sides of Staten Island, right? You got one side that's like a whole giant suburb, and then you got another side that's more city-like, you know, but more urban and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Look, man, we do what we do. We go hard. We don't tolerate no bullshit. Even what's going on right now. You see what they say on the news? Migrant crime wave is out of control in all the boroughs, except Staten Island, because we got them up out of here. God bless them wherever they land on their journey. But nah, man, you know that one dude out here, the Italian dude with the cigarettes and the glasses, he got him up out of here. He got him out of the hood too. And he was yelling and screaming at the black community with a cigarette in his hand. I'm calling out the blacks. You know, because I told him, I said, listen, he asked me, he said, yo, Joe, why the hell you don't think they're going to participate and help me get, I said, they're going to mind their business and let they do it until further notice. You know what I mean? But don't worry, when you need them, they'll be there. But right now, you know, it's like, come on, man, you know?
So in your opinion, what do you feel like the worst borough to live in is?
I mean, I could tell you right now, the best borough to live in is Staten Island.
All right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Wherever I go, if I live in the Bronx, I'm going to have a driveway. I'm going to have a backyard. If I live in Queens, I'm going to have a driveway in the backyard. That's how I'm going to do it. So wherever I go, I'm going to be comfortable. However, where would your kids and loved ones be the safest? In Staten Island. You ain't got to worry about no one punching your mom in the face on the train, subway like that. You don't got to worry about, we got our own things. Don't get it wrong.
But where they got to worry about that?
You got to worry about that in Queens. You got to worry about that in the Bronx. You got to worry about where all these people don't fight, you know, to keep their shit the way they want to keep it. Staten Island likes it the way they like it, whether we talking about food or peace or whatever it is. And now, really, the segregation thing has kind of changed. People are a lot more open-minded. Racism will always be there, but it's not quite the same. You know what I mean? It's really not quite the same, at least in my neighborhood. There was a time where my friends would come visit me, and it wasn't nice. They didn't have nice experiences. You You know what I mean? And want to get the hell up out of there. You know what I mean?
Because he was the white kid in your friend group.
I mean, without a doubt, yeah. I come from Great Kills. You know what I mean? I come from Great Kills, and you know, I had a grandmother that lived in West Brighton, right down the block from the projects. That's Nanny Pellegrino, and you know, telling me to go to the store. Yeah, I went to the store that way instead of the store that way. So next thing you know, all I wanted to do was rap, bro. All I wanted to do was rap. I remember putting myself in the neighborhood. I did it all, bro. You know, my friends got jumped in the gang, all that. I did all this shit, man.
You got jumped in the gang
Of course
back
I did.
in the day?
Yeah. Silver Lake Park, 30 seconds, you know, a whole bunch of people, you know what I mean? Nothing but body shots. Of course, there was face shots and all that.
Okay.
But I did what I had to do, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to be around that much. You know, this is where it was at. Staten Island had one of the most incredible hip-hop vibes. Even before the shit was popping, you could just tell something was going to go on. We had some real talented brothers out here.
So you had your mother and your father growing up. Your father worked for the
My father worked for the Rapid Transit, and one of his closest friends was Wiggs. This is Tommy Wilson. This is like a mentor to me. Wiggs was helping raise Shyheim and managing Shyheim. So in the very beginning, my father said, listen, my son's running around the projects in West Brighton and all this other stuff. Check out his music, man. You know what I mean? He checked out the music, came with a very, very young Shyheim to the crib and said, yo, you got it. You just need to come where the music is at. And that happened to be at the time Stapleton. This is where R&S was at. This is where the best music was coming from Stapleton. That's nothing against Park Hill. I wasn't necessarily going up in whatever studios were in Park Hill or whatever, but Park Hill had King Just. He got his hit on Broad Street. You know what I mean? So, you know, RZA got a lot of his stuff right there from Broad Street from R&S. In my opinion, the music was amazing out there. Not to mention everything else, just the whole vibes. You know, I was into listening to the 5%ers talk. I was into the 52 hand blocks. I was into all their methods and all that. I liked that I had to earn every single any time I was standing there, I earned that. Didn't nobody let me just come around.
Yeah, you had to earn your stripes.
Yeah.
But you brought up 5%ers. What are some of the biggest lessons?
Peace to the gods and earth, the whole nation, yeah.
Peace to the gods and the whole nation. Tell me some of the biggest lessons you learned from the 5%ers, the biggest teachers.
Man, I can't stop, man. I'll tell you what, most of the stuff that they were talking about in the 90s
is starting to come to you today.
Oh, something that helps me today? It's just to know that the truth is something that you have to look for. The truth ain't nothing that's going to be offered to you or nothing that you got to give. And this is something that they do. This is the basic of their existence, searching for a truth that was stolen from them or hidden from them. You know, and we all have truths that are stolen from us and hidden from us. And I just pay attention to detail. You know, that's what's up. That's what I learned from them, amongst a whole bunch of survival tactics and cool fighting tactics and all that other stuff.
All right.
Yeah.